I don't even know what to call this video. Disney exposed video, Disney College Program exposed. No, it's more like, I guess, my experience or like tips and tricks, DCP tips and tricks, like not even, I don't know what you would call this, like, I guess just like my experience in the DCP. And this is my last freaking DCP video, I swear. I'm a gamer. I'm a freaking gamer. My bangs look not good. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. If you found this on YouTube, this is where I'm posting it on YouTube, so it should be on YouTube. If that is where you found it, then good, you're in the right spot. I did the Disney College Program last month, so it was from June. June is when I moved in, so my move-in day was June 27, 2022, and my move-out day was February 2nd, 2023. So it was like 7 months total, and I guess I'm just going to talk about my experience. I didn't really like it at first. Like, I didn't like it, and I wanted to leave multiple times. I wanted to term, and that is like the terminology. There's like Disney lingo, and like term means terming or like terminating, so like quitting essentially. And I wanted to quit a lot because my experience was kind of weird. Initially, when you apply, you don't know like what housing you're gonna get, what building you're gonna live in, like who your roommates are gonna be unless you link. But sometimes they might have not even link you with the roommates you link with, so that's another thing. And you have to pay like a fee before you know any of this information, so you're kind of going in blind. You don't know what job you're gonna have until they send you the itinerary, which is like 2 weeks out or something before you move in. And so over the summer last year, I got my itinerary, and I found out I got a 2x2 bedroom before that, which means 2 people in one bedroom, 2 people in another bedroom, all in one space, so 4 people total. And so I shared a bedroom and a bathroom with another girl, and then across the living room there was 2 other roommates who had the same layout. And I'm kind of an introverted person, so I don't like the idea of sharing a room. Like, I share a room with my siblings possibly when I was younger, so like that is fine. But in college, I was always privileged enough to not have to be in like a shared bedroom with someone. Freshman year, I had 4 roommates, and we all had our own rooms. Sophomore year, the same thing, and then COVID. Junior year, same thing, and then senior year, I think I just had 1 other roommate, and we had our own bedrooms too, and own bathrooms, so that was nice. So this was something that I didn't really want, but what I didn't know was that it was like the most popular floor plan, so that's what you kind of need to go in expecting if you want to do the Disney College Program. The updated Disney College Program where you live at Flamingo Crossing, not the old DCP where it was like Chatham and the Commons and all those housings. Those are gone now. It's just Flamingo Crossings, east and west. You should go in expecting to get a 2x2. It really wasn't that bad, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it because, I mean, my roommates were nice and all, but I like being alone, so I didn't like the idea of going to work and socializing and then coming home and having to talk to people. And then I always felt like I was using the room too much and that my roommate would get annoyed that like I was always in the room, and so she would like leave, and then I'm like, well, I'm paying to live here, so I want to be here, but also makes me feel bad. So then I would like go to the community center and sit in there for a few hours and then go back to my room, and then she wouldn't even be there. So I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? I should be able to be comfortable in my room, but sometimes I wasn't. And there was also an issue with like cleaning and stuff, but like that's always been an issue every time I've had roommates, so it's not really specific to the DCP. It's just like a roommate thing, I guess. But whatever, I don't need to get into all that. My roommates were nice. They're all still living there, but whatever. I'm just introverted and prefer to have my own space. So I feel like my job wasn't terrible, so maybe if I did get my own bedroom, I would have stayed a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, I really wanted to leave. Like, my job wasn't terrible, but I don't know. I don't really have like a set like order of things I want to talk about. I don't have like an order of operations here. I'm just kind of rambling like it's a podcast or something, but whatever. Let me get back on track. So I didn't really like the 2x2. That was one of the negatives for me, but if you're going to be doing the program, you kind of have to go in anticipating you're going to get that. And if you get the 4x2, congratulations. You get the 4x4, good luck having money, because rent is expensive. The only good side with the 2x2 is that you get the cheapest rent, so that was nice. And you know, if you like your roommates and you're extroverted and you don't mind, then it's fine. But personally, I would have preferred my own space. Moving back to the itinerary. So I got that, and initially the role that it said on my paper, like in the email, was Polynesian Village Resort house person. Initially I was like, ooh, no, don't like that, because I have like a whole reaction video of me getting that role too. If you want to watch it, click the link up here. Because when I found out that I got that, I was like, oh no, because I had watched this girl's YouTube video of her experience, and she was a house person in the DCP, and she termed, and I heard that this was a very like high intense physical role, and if you look at my little chicken arms, it's like I can't lift literally anything. So I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if I'm going to be good at this. Plus it's kind of like housekeeping. And I was like, okay, I mean, I don't know if that seems okay, because first of all, there's not a lot of guest interaction, and like I don't mind not having to talk to people. Like I know a lot of people that do this are like, I love the guest interaction. Like I want to be front and center, like greeting everybody, so happy, I love Disney. Me on the other hand, I'm like, I would be fine not talking to anyone for a whole day. So I was like, okay, housekeeping would mean, you know, you just like check in on the guests, like knock on the door, which that sounded scary to me, having to knock on the door and be like, hi, like sorry to bother you. Like I was like, I don't really want to do that. And then I was researching and it was like, you gotta clean the linens, you gotta strip the beds, like 16 rooms at a time, like put all the laundry away, you assist the housekeepers, all this stuff. The mousekeepers, sorry. And I was like, I don't know about that. But I had something to fall back on in April. So this all happened, the timeline. Let me distribute, let me like, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me like situate. Let me give like a timeline. So I applied for the DCP January 2022. I get accepted January 31st, 2022. Then in April, I get an email about character performer auditions. And so I was like, I'll try it. I probably won't get it. I'll try it. So basically we had to submit like a YouTube video of us doing a little dance routine, which wasn't like a high intensity dance or anything. It was just like marching in place and like clapping and like, I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I did that. And there was also like an animation portion where you had to like wave to the crowd, like blow a kiss, like pretend you're like pointing out people in the audience and like waving to them in character and stuff. So I did that too. And I filmed this all, posted a YouTube video on a different account, like an unlisted video, and then like sent it in like the Disney auditions website or whatever. And then didn't hear anything back until, what was it? Sometime in like June or sometime in like the beginning of June, whenever I went down to visit my grandparents, I got my itinerary email. I don't know how people do podcasts where they talk so much. Like I need a water break. My throat is so dry. Anyway, so yeah, I get my itinerary at my grandparents' house and I check it upstairs, like in their little guest bedroom. And that's where I see my house person role and then like a little schedule. And under that it says entertainment callback, what some like letters and numbers, I don't know what it said exactly. And so yeah, I got a callback for that audition to be a character performer. So I was like excited, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be friends with Piglet, I'm gonna be friends with Mickey Mouse, like it's gonna be cool. But keep in mind, I'm an introvert, so I don't know why I thought I could do this. But it was cute in my head. It was like a fun fantasy in my head. So I was like, okay, this will be fun and slay. I tell my family like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a character performer at Disney. And they're like, oh my god, you're gonna be like Mickey Mouse and all that. So iconic. Okay, then I finally drive down there to Florida. It's like maybe a 6-ish hour drive because I live in Georgia, so it's not a super bad drive. My mom drove me down because I don't have a car. Slay, I don't have a car. And so my role was technically now character performer. I go through traditions and all that under like being a character performer. They give you like your little name tag, like I moved in, like all that stuff. But also, I'm jumping ahead. When I moved in, I don't know why I was expecting to move into a room with other people and like it was a fresh room and like we were all moving in the same day and there wasn't going to be people already living there. But that's also something you need to consider. People are going to be living there. Like people are living there. So when I first got my room assignment, when I moved in, I got like the building number and like the room number or whatever. I like looked at the room I was assigned and there was like a doormat already at the door and I was like, oh shit, somebody lives here. So that was like one point of anxiety for me because I was like, shit, I have to like knock on the door. Someone's gonna be in here. Like that's so awkward. I have to like introduce myself and all that. I was like, oh my god, no. But when I opened the door, clearly people are living there. I looked on the fridge. We had like a little schedule where people would like write their shifts and their name or whatever on it. So I look at that and it has like 3 different girls' names on it. I'm like, oh my god, no, like everybody already lives here. They've been living here since May because like it said like May on the thing and it was like June now. because it was like a calendar schedule thing, if that makes sense, like a whiteboard calendar. So I was like reading that and I was like, oh my god, gross. Now I have to go knock on my side of the room and knock on the door and be like, is someone in here? Like, is someone sleeping? Because my move-in time was early as fuck in the morning. It was like 8 a.m. So I was like, is someone sleeping? Like, I don't even know. So I had to like awkwardly knock. I open the door, the bathroom is like completely empty. I'm like, okay, thank god. But then the bedroom door is closed and I'm like, shit, I gotta knock again. I'm like, hello, is someone in here? Like, I'm your roommate. Open the door, nobody's in there, thank god. So I got a little bit lucky because when I moved in, my whole side was empty. I had one roommate that had been living there since, I don't know when she moved in. She had a shorter program than me though. But I had one roommate when I moved in who didn't move in at the same time as me. She'd already been living there. My whole side was empty. She was by herself on her side. I was like setting up my stuff all day with my mom, and then I was like, wow, it's like getting late. My roommate hasn't showed up, because I was expecting when I moved in, I was moving in with other people, but that's not what happened. And I ended up not getting a roommate. But then my roommate that had already been living there told me that the girl that was supposed to be my roommate dropped out. She got a different job offer and dropped out the last second. So I don't really know. This video is going to be so long. I'm going way too slowly. Anyway, that was kind of nice though for me as an introvert, because it was nice to have the room to myself for like a week and a half before my two other roommates moved in. So that was nice. DCP, I lived at Flamingo Crossing East, which is the superior one because we have the Apprentice Hall building, which is like where Traditions is, and then we have like the community center and all that. I'm realizing this is not even like a tips and tricks video. I'm just going through my whole DCP life experience. So basically I get down there, move in, everything's chill. I do my callback, everything's chill. I make a friend. We like go on a like special bus. They drive us to Animal Kingdom costuming. I don't know how much of this I can share. We got measurements, like our fingers. I think I shared this in my vlog anyway from that time. Measurement of like our fingers, feet, arms, legs, like our whole body, just to make sure we'd like fit in certain costumes for certain proportions and stuff. So like we did all that, passed all that. Then we had actual training, and our first day of training, we just watched a bunch of movies in a building just so we could get paid. Like that was us getting paid. Like we were on the clock, but we weren't doing anything, which I felt that was kind of weird. Like, why didn't we just jump right into it? I don't know. The second day we actually started training, and I was like, okay, this seems fun-ish, but I don't know about it. The third day of training, technically, but like the second day really, I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think I can do this. So like, I feel like during that training, I was visibly not having fun. Like I wasn't like smiling and being like with everybody. I feel like I'm kind of a negative person, but I'm trying to be better about that. So yeah, I was like visibly like, ugh, yikes, this is not fun for me. And one of the trainers like noticed and was like, hey, like what's up? And I was like, I don't know if I can do this job. Like I kind of want to quit low key. And they were like, no, like keep doing it. Like we can train you more. What are you unsure about? And I'm like, no girl, I cannot do this, because our fourth day of training, technically our third day, was going to be a meet and greet at a Disney resort in costume. And I was like, I can't do that. I'm horrible. Because like our whole training was like acting out little things in character, putting on the whole costume and like miming like a tea party and like charades and all this stuff. And I was like, this feels so cringy and embarrassing. Like I look at myself in the mirror, I see Mickey Mouse, I'm sweaty, it's heavy, I'm uncomfortable, I have anxiety, I don't like it. So props to people that can do it, but I cannot do it. Yeah, I was like, no, I don't think I can do this job. Can I please have my old job back, which was the Polynesian house person? And they were like, we'll see what we can do. They had me like come in this little office and like wait. And I was like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. I can't even like wear a mouse costume and dance around. Like this is embarrassing that I'm quitting. And then I was like, please can I have my old job back, LOL. And they were like, yeah, we'll see what we can do. And then they come back and they're like, so we weren't able to get your old one back, but there's an opening still at the Polynesian for food service. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to do food service. I've done food service before. Shout out Culver's. And I don't like it. Props to people that like it and I can do it, like slay, but food service sucks. If you've worked food service before, you know that it sucks. So I didn't really want to do that, but I was like, okay, anything's better than this friggin' job. Like, I'm gonna flop if I'm in entertainment. Like, I cannot do it physically or mentally. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And so the next day, And the next few days I didn't have any training and I was no longer in entertainment. I was switched to food service. And so I was at the Polynesian, I was at Captain Cook's. They sent me a whole email like, here's your training schedule. This is all happening like within the first 2 weeks of freaking being there. And it's just funny because I had told everyone like, oh yeah, I'm in entertainment. Like telling my roommate, yeah, I'm in entertainment, I'm a character performer. Telling my family, I'm a character performer. And then like literally 3 days in, I'm like, I can't do it. And then I'm not. Like, it's embarrassing. But yeah, so then I moved to food service, Captain Cook's. I'll insert a picture of that costume. It was not very cute. I did not like it there. I don't know, I'm so picky. Like, I don't know, I didn't like it. But like, you shouldn't do a job you don't like. So, but then I also felt like I was forced to be happy and like it, but I didn't like it. There is a little workaround, but like, it's kind of hard to get your role changed, even though I kind of finessed the DCP system and I got like 3 different role changes. So it's not impossible. Everyone's always like, you cannot change your role. You can. There's some leeway. It's not guaranteed if you're just like, I hate children. I don't want to be in children activities. I want to do entertainment. Well, you can't just say you want to do something and change. Like, there has to be, like, a valid medical reason, or, like, there has to be a reason, essentially. And so I did a little something called a medical accommodation. I think I lasted maybe a month at Captain Cook's before I was like, let me get this medical accommodation in. I went to my leadership and I was like, hi, I don't know if this is the right fit. Plus, I wear a Fitbit every single day. I use it to track my heart rate because I have an arrhythmia and tachycardia. So my heart skips a beat and it beats too fast sometimes. I have a cardiologist I see, but the whole thing about food service is you can't have anything on your wrist, you can't wear fake lashes, you can't wear fake nails, you have to pull your hair back, you have to look crusty, essentially. So I was like, I want to wear my Fitbit. And they're like, you can just wrap it around your belt loop. I'm like, it doesn't even work if you do that. Like, the whole point about the Fitbit is it, like, touches your skin and tracks your heart rate and stuff like that. So I was like, can I wear my Fitbit though? And they're like, no. And then my leader was talking about like, you can buy like another kind of tracker. And I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money on another thing when I have this one. So I was like, yeah, I'll like do research. I don't know. And he would like keep asking me like, hey, did you look up anything? Like, did you find anything? He was a great guy. Like, he's a bestie. He's one of my besties. We love him. But at the time I was like, girl, get me out of here. Oh my god, I hope he doesn't see this. Shout out. He's not watching this for sure. At the end of the day, I did not buy a new Fitbit. I kept mine, and then I got my cardiologist to send in like a little note or whatever. I filled out the medical accommodation form, turned that shit in at like the Epcot Health Services Center or whatever within a few weeks. I checked my schedule. My whole schedule's wiped except for one shift for a place that I'd picked up at. It was the first shift I've ever picked up at a different location. It was at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments in Magic Kingdom. So I had traded my Polynesian shift for that shift with another girl. So I had to pick up the costume and all that. It was really cute. I'll insert a photo of that there. And then it was like an 11-hour shift though. It was a lot. So I worked there. That was my only shift on my schedule. And so I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? Then I get a phone call from my leader from the Polynesian, and he's like, hey, that medical accommodation went through. You're getting a role change. We don't know where it's going to be. But yay, you're getting a role change. And I was like, fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes. But nothing. But like for a valid reason-ish. I feel bad, but like, I don't know. I just feel bad that like I moved so many roles. It's kind of sad. You gotta do what you gotta do though. Anyway, and then I hang up, whatever. He calls me back maybe like an hour or like 30 minutes later. It was really quick. And he was like, hey, we found out. So you're actually going to be merchandise. I was like, slay, merchandise. I'd never done merch before. I was like, okay, this is new. Merch is fun. Let's do retail. And he was like, it's going to be merchandise at the Polynesian. And I was like, oh, why the Polynesian again? Like, why do y'all want me here so bad? Like, I had Polynesian house person, then I had entertainment, then I had Polynesian food service, and now I'm Polynesian merchandise? I'm not Polynesian, I'm a white-ass bitch. Why do you need me at the Polynesian so bad? I don't know. I got my role changed, essentially. And with this role, as I said, I was merchandise of the Polynesian. There was 2 merchandise locations of the Poly, one a mercantile and boutique. And so I started my training, this was like happening around August-ish, like maybe mid to early August. That costume is way cuter. Here's a picture. We love it. At first I was only wearing the shirt with the skirt, but the shirt with the pants is way better. Except I don't like the inlining in those pants because it's like a weird velvety material. This has all happened in the span of like a month and a half or something. Yeah. So that Then I just worked at the Polynesian for the rest of my whole program in merchandise. So from August to January, technically my last day was January 28th, I think, but my move-out day was February 2nd because I used my ADOs, which are certain days you can request off, and sometimes they get approved, sometimes they don't, but mine got approved. So I had like 4 or 5 days off with my last week that I could just spend going to the parks, and then my dad came and we went to Epcot, all that. It's all in the vlogs. I literally documented like every week of my program on my channel, so you can watch that if you want to, but like it's kind of boring because every day is very monotonous and repetitive, but it's kind of interesting to look back on, you know, because like I did that shit, like I did that. So yeah, I was technically merchandise at the Polynesian, but I did get to try being a character performer. I did get to try food service, but I was essentially merchandise the whole time. So that's my little story. I wanted to say more in this video, so I do want to talk about guest gifts. So that is kind of a jump from what I was just talking about, but something fun about the Disney College program and working at Disney in general is that guests, which are like customers, but we call them guests, give you gifts. Yeah, for some reason they give us gifts. I don't know. Like, if you're just like being nice and fun and cute and like having a little fun conversation, sometimes a guest will be like, thank you for spreading the pixie dust and making the magic for our family on vacation. Here's a little lip balm or something. And I would always be like, oh my god, thank you! Like, that was always so nice when they would give me a gift. I was like, slay, getting rewarded for standing at a register and saying, aloha friends, aloha, how are you? Because we had to say aloha. That was part of our theming at the Polynesian. They want us to say mahalo, but I never did, which is like, thank you. I would just be like, aloha, like, how are you doing? I can't even remember. I feel like it's been so long, even though this was just like a month ago. I don't even remember what my little spiel was. They wanted us to say aloha cousins, because cousin is like, we're family, we're an ohana. I didn't go into all that. I would just say aloha. Like, aloha, welcome in. Did you find everything okay? Oh my god, look, we're getting Stitch today. Do you like Stitch? I love Stitch, he's so cute. Like, you'd like talk to the guests and stuff. But sometimes they would give you gifts, essentially, which was really cute. And I wanted to show you some of the ones I got. I have some things in this little jar. Some of them are not gifts. Like, this was from the freaking scavenger hunt in Epcot. So I'm just going to show you some of the gifts that I got from guests. I also do want to insert, I want to talk about all the different places I worked and like all the different costumes I wore, but I don't know if that should be like a different video or like I'll just add it in this video. I don't know, this is kind of a mess. I had no plan for this. I think I probably have notes on my phone of stuff I want to talk about and I'm like not referencing it at all, so love that for me. Before I show the guest gifts, I do have some talking points. One thing that really annoyed me about the DCP and Disney in general is people who cut the freaking queue. If you're waiting in line, you have to wait with your whole family. Do not send one family member into the queue and then have your 18 other family members who were getting hot dogs come be like, oh, excuse me, my friend's up ahead. Excuse me, and pass through the whole freaking queue to meet up with their one friend. That drove me crazy. As someone who went to the parks solo, it drove me crazy because people don't usually go to the park by themselves. So people assume that I'm either with the party in front of me or I'm with the party behind me. They don't assume I'm by myself. So it was like so annoying. I don't know. It was just annoying to me because like you wait in line for like an hour and then you have like an 18-person family sweatily shove their way past you because their friend is in the front. Like, no, why should you get to cut in front of me? Now I have to wait even longer. I don't know. That was just something that annoys me. Like, I don't know. There's literally, they tell you like enter the queue with your whole family. Anyway, I just thought it was really annoying. I thought it was annoying. And even at Universal, this happened to me. This like huge field trip group of children. I don't know how old they were, like elementary schoolers, middle schoolers. I don't know, I can't tell. They all had matching t-shirts on, but they were cutting the line. And I was like, no, I was in front of you. Because there was like 2 of them in front of me, but then like 5 of them behind me, and they wanted to like be with each other. I was like, you should have entered the queue at the same time. This is a fucking single rider lane anyway, so you're not gonna be together. So no, you can't cut me. But they were like, who cares, lady? Like, let us cut. Like, it's just a single rider lane. Do you know what single rider lane means? Sorry. I'm getting too worked up over that. Another thing I do want to talk about is the Disney buses. So as someone that didn't have a car, the buses are kind of horrible. The bus drivers are nice. Well, some of them. I was Route K, so the Route K bus drivers I felt were nice for the most part. Sometimes they speed, sometimes they're a little too friendly. But you know what? They're nice people. They're doing you a service, they're driving you so you don't have to drive. That's nice, it's fun. I didn't have a car, so I had to rely on it. You have to make sure to get to the bus early, because if you work at the Polynesian like me, that is the second to last stop on like a 6 or 7 stop route. So you have to go through all these other stops before you get to your stop. So if you have a shift at freaking 8 a.m. You gotta take like the 6:50 bus to get there at 7:30 to clock in at 8, because maybe the next bus, the like 7 whatever bus, won't get there till like 8:05, so then you won't be able to clock in because you missed the window to clock in. So you gotta get there early. This was always my dilemma. I would always get there early because I don't like being late ever, and so you don't really sleep that much. You don't sleep that much. And I worked a lot of mornings, which was surprising because usually CPs work closing shifts, but I worked a lot of mornings and I loved it. I love a morning shift. Get it out of the way and then enjoy the rest of your day. Love it. Love it. Love the morning people. Love all the full-time, part-time old people. Love it. They're slay. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Was there something else I wanted to mention? I don't even know. Deployment. I never got deployed. So that means when you get your schedule dropped, they drop, I think, Saturday night at midnight, like Saturday to Sunday at midnight. When Saturday turns to Sunday, like at midnight, they drop, I think. Because then you get your check for the week Sunday. On your schedule, it would like drop what shifts you had certain days and what days you had off. And sometimes you would check your schedule and it would say you were deployed, which means you would be working at another location because you had, maybe they didn't need you at this location and this other location they needed more people. So this never happened to me because I worked at the Polynesian where we were always understaffed when I worked there. So I never got deployed. But I would not have minded being deployed because during my program, I picked up at a lot of different locations. So I worked at, I don't even know, I have a whole list on my phone. Maybe I'll insert like a video of it or like a photo of all the places. I think it's around 30 something. Something I like to do was pick up at different locations, wear the different costume, go to the different place. Even though I didn't know the location, it wasn't very hard because retail is all the same, it's just a cash register. The only thing I wouldn't know was like if we sold certain items, and if a guest asked me if we had something, I'd be like, oh, I'm not sure, let me go look, I don't know. So sometimes it was hard, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. So I had never been deployed, but I got to pick up locations, which is fun. You do that in the Hub, which is a website for if you work at Disney. Regardless, I want to show you the gifts that I got from guests. This video is horrible, and I feel like I'm talking so fast. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like stressed. And I have to hold this mic, so I don't even know how I'm going to do this. But let's see if I can remember what some of these were and where I got them. So this one, I know I got this at Frontierland. I picked up a shift at Frontierland. I'll insert a photo of that costume. I love Frontierland. Very cute costume. So this was from a guest. It was like a wife and her husband. She made this little like Cinderella like pen topper thingy. It was just like on like a normal blue pen. I just thought it was so cute. So nice. Like I didn't even do anything and she was like, oh, I made these for you guys. Like, thank you, queen. Like, I don't deserve it. Anyway. Okay, here's another one. So this is it's a little baggy. I think I got this when I was working Hollywood Studios. It was not Toy Story. I think it was Sunset Boulevard at the District of the Stars. What is it called? The one like outside Tower of Terror in that little like Sunset Boulevard, like Sunset Ranch area. Shit, what is it called? It was like the pin trading store, the pin store essentially. When I worked there, I'm pretty sure that's when I got this. But it says, thank you for bringing more magic to our day. We hope you enjoy this small token of our appreciation for your hard work. And then it has their names on it. From Michigan, I believe. Should I cover their names? I don't know. But it was cute. It's just like a little baggie. And I think there's a scrunchie inside. Let me take it out. It's not a scrunchie, it's a hair wrap. I don't think I've ever opened this, but it has like Minnie Mouse on it, I think. Like a mini, there's like Minnie's bow. It's cute, it's like one of these. I have bangs, so it doesn't really work, because like it's like you're pulling your hair back. I don't want to pull my hair back, but no, it's one of those. It's like a headband thingy. Very cute. I love when they do like the little baggie with like a little note. It says, thank you for being an amazing cast member. So this one I got at the Polynesian, I remember. That's so cute that I remember. Oh, because I was at Moana Mercantile on the sundry side, which is where you sell like the alcohol and the cigarettes and the snacks and stuff. And so it was just like a lady, I think she was British. I don't even remember. I think she was blonde. And let me open it. So it's like a little rubber bracelet with like hearts and stars and Mickeys and stuff on it. 2 little stickers. So Mickey and Minnie and then just a Mickey Mouse one. I thought that was cute. Another gift that I got, I think this was also at Moana Mercantile at the Polynesian. It says, you're the bomb. With Elmo. It's like a Christmas thing. It says, thanks for all you do. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And then like the family who gave it to me. And then on the back, it's like a little Cocoa Puff lip balm. Like, it's so cute. Like, guests just give you cute shit. I don't know, it's really nice. I've also gotten like stickers from guests. This one just says thank you with a little Epcot ball. I think it's Figment. I got this at the Polynesian because I remember this girl came and she was giving stickers to everybody. And then this one that says I made magic on Christmas Day. I didn't specifically get this from a guest. I didn't see them. Like I didn't see who gave it to me. But my coworker handed it to me because there was like this cast member appreciation group that came and was handing out little goodie bags for people that worked on Christmas and the day after Christmas and all that. On Christmas Eve, I worked at the Emporium. Then Christmas Day, I worked at the Polynesian. I remember I got this working at, I think it was either Art of Animation or one of the All-Star Resorts. I remember like a little boy gave this to me. It's like a little Mickey Mouse bell shaped thing on like a little bracelet. I feel like that was a kid who I gave like a discount to because it was his birthday. These aren't gifts, but I have my like Not So Scary and Very Merry wristbands in here just because I went to both of those. I stole this rock from the Polynesian. It was just outside. This was my wristband for when I got to see the cast preview of Fantasmic. And I got this sticker at the cast preview of Fantasmic as well. It's like a Walt Disney sticker. I remember it was the day after the second hurricane. So there's something called Hurricane Ride-Out that you could do where you stayed at your work location. If you were working at a hotel, you would stay in that hotel, like for free. And then you would work through the hurricane. I did not do the Hurricane Ride-Out both times that they occurred. But the day after I worked the second hurricane, and a guest gave me a Starbucks gift card that I have not used yet, but it was very nice. He just like threw it on the counter and I was like, oh. Like I thought he was trying to buy it. I was like, what is this? And he was like, they're for you. That was nice. Another time, this guest came, I think it was at the Polynesian? No, it was Epcot Canada. The fact that I'm like remembering. This was Polynesian. This was from Epcot Canada, I think. I was having a shit day because I totally got the wrong costume. But the Canada costume was so cute, but I accidentally wore the representative costume instead of the flag shirt. It was like a whole thing. You have to wear the flag shirt if you're picking up in Canada or any of the countries. Unless you're American, I think you can wear the America one. That's what I did. I wore the America one anyway. A guest makes pins and she made this little like doggy jack-o'-lantern one and she gave it to me. I thought that was really nice. This was from a guest, I think it was the Polynesian, but it's like a little key-shaped bottle opener and it says thank you for being a key part of our lives. Like just like cute shit like that. It has like the family's name on the back. I don't know, it was just cute. It was cute working at Disney. It was hard. I wanted to quit a bunch of times, but stuff like that was cute. My coworkers were cool. I did like working at the Polynesian and merchandise because everybody was super cool. My coworkers are nice, but I did get to a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I want to leave. And then I left. So I did not extend my program. That's something you can do. You can extend your program if you really like it and you want to stay longer. I did not do that. But they did send me a bunch of emails like, please extend. And I was like, no. It's been a month since the end of my program. I might have a new job coming up. We'll see because I am unemployed right now. So make sure to like this video. Thanks for watching. Sorry, this video was kind of a mess. I don't know if I even said everything I wanted to say. Maybe I will make another video or something. I don't even know. Thanks for watching. This is gonna be long. I'm sorry, I'm rambling too much. I bought a lot of Disney stuffed animals too. Maybe I'll show those at the end of this. Oh, another thing I want to talk about are cast compliments. So these are something that guests can give cast members. Another thing, like we already get gifts, like now we get cast compliments. Oh my gosh. But not everybody knows about it. So essentially, if you really like an employee, you can go on this website. I don't know what the website is, or maybe you do it in the My Disney Experience app. I don't even know how to do it. And you can send a compliment to a cast member, which is really nice. And I think I've gotten a few. I think I got like 6 or 7. I don't know. I'll insert them maybe if I have screenshots. But they were just like a nice thing. Like if you had a guest you really liked and they like stood out to you and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a cast compliment. That was always like, yay. But something about cast compliments is that I feel like they didn't always go through. I had a few people be like, I'm gonna get you a cast compliment, and then I would never get it. So I don't know. Because this even happened when I was at Epcot. I was with somebody and they overheard me talking to them about how I wanted a cast compliment. And the dude in front of us was like, I'll give you one. How do I do it? And I was like, no, you're like, you don't have to. But he did it anyway. I watched him do it and I never received it. So like, what the F? Anyway, I just wanted to add that. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, follow me on Instagram. I have a TikTok of some of my Disney videos, but I don't really post on there anymore because I don't know what to post. But you know what, post whatever you want to post because who cares what people think about you. Yay, self-expression. Another thing actually, I could not wear this makeup at work because this is not Disney look. I could only do the top part, not this bottom part. Come on y'all, let me express myself. This is how I do my makeup. I really wanted to show up to work like this, but I was scared. I was gonna try and do it on my last day, but I didn't. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!